the growth we made in those couple of days to from that, really disappointing performance. A win would have been really tough there, but a performance that we did not like at all. I think we saw a great carryover today. We were really, solid with our defense. Our offense, the ball didn't stick nearly as much. We had 23. We had some assists, and there's got to be carryover from that. Hate to lose, really hate to lose, but the only good in it is that maybe it makes us better in some other areas.
Right down here with John, Coach.
Duncan gets a start today and has 4 of those assists. Can you talk about his all-around play?
That's we feel right now our flow defensively and offensively is better as a starter for Duncan. Get him in there and let him go and get more scorers out there. He and Aubrey do a lot of things very similar. There's just a different flow right now with him. So I think it makes other guys better. And then as we work at some of the things where Aubrey's working at, and we can shore some of his weaknesses up, which I think we saw some of that. He had 3 assists today. He had 4 going into the game.
Mm-hmm. And the flip side, that you foresee an increased comfort level for Aubrey going back to the role that he kind of thrived into at this time last year?
I would think right now it would be really good to get him used to this, shooter off the bench, rebounder off the bench, energy guy off the bench. And let us work with that 5 that we have right now, but it doesn't mean that he can't, get back on the starting lineup. But we're just sort of switching those positions to not only get off to a good start, but it's preparation for games. Those are 5 guys that we're starting right now that we feel we might want in the end of a game as well.
What's DJ's status?
He got sprained his ankle in practice yesterday. So he will, I do not know if it will be, it's showing some signs of Derek Walton type of sprain. It was more swelling than we had, and we had another one that turned out to be nothing. He felt good today, but it looks like it could be maybe a week or 2. I have no idea.
So no difference there, because he's in a walking boot. Derek obviously that we've seen has not.
Yeah. No, Derek's been out of the boot for at least a week.
Okay.
But he's in I think they usually do that the first 2-3 days. They always keep him in a boot. What?
Coach, it seems like we saw a very different Andrew Dockage today from the one last season. Is that what you expected out of him after?
Yeah, his confidence. I'm just telling you, he didn't look the part, and he sees the floor. He's got a lot of spike in him, and I thought today he tried to do a couple things, a little bit too much on a couple plays. I got a lot of confidence in him right now because I watch every day. Every day it's like when we play against the scout team, there'll be a moment in that scout game where I sneeze, and then it's game's on the line. This is the game. This is for the sprint, and Andrew will make a play that helps the other team win. And I see it every day. There's these times that he's got that it that he feels the game with, despite not overall quickness. He doesn't shoot it like Spike, but he can shoot it. So it's as good as we can do right now as a replacement.
Swing over to Andy.
You talked about the assists, but how encouraging was it to see how spread out the scoring was?
Yeah, to get all those guys in double. I haven't gone over the stats a whole lot, but that's what we have to be. See Mohammed hit 3 threes today was really good, and Aubrey just to make a couple. Duncan's been doing that, Kara's been doing that, so it's just good to get that. But here's the best part of it: we threw the ball to the big man when he was open underneath. Coach Jordan came to me with the film after the SMU game, and maybe we don't finish it the way we want to finish it, but we had like in the first half 6 or 7 times that Mo or Ricky were wide open underneath the basket, and we dribbled it around. So we're learning to look at them, but they got to make them for us to trust them as well.
Swing over here with Kelly.
Cam had a big game. What were the main differences that you saw in him today?
Well, he made shots, but I don't want that to be the indicator whether Cam plays or not. I want the indicator, can he guard his man, can he guard action, and can he rebound, get on the floor for a ball. That's just gravy. When he gives us that, it's great. But he's not in that lineup as that's his primary role right now. His primary role is to guard the heck out of somebody and rebound. But he is developing. It's incrementally. He's getting better as a shooter, and he sometimes just a matter of confidence and reps because he hasn't had a lot of reps. He hasn't had enough time to do that.
Right down in front of Tony.
What was it like looking down the bench and seeing Spike in his sweater and tie, and what kind of presence did he have? Did he talk to the guys? Was he active in that regard?
But I knew he'd be dressed well. He does dress well. I knew that. And that was one of the big debates between him and Austin, who would try and outdress each other. So I told, whatever you do, calm down and do the same, right? I don't want one guy in a sweater or one guy in a sport coat trying to outdo each other. But no, it's very different for us. But I'm accustomed to it because I saw him down that bench all year long this year, and I knew that it wasn't the Spike Albrick I knew that I'd be putting in there. And so it's different, but I think he can really help us in a different way. Yeah, but Andrew Dockage has been doing that all year. Coach, here's what I see, here's what I see, like young coaches on the floor.
Right in the middle with Michael.
John, with Spike out, how much value do you get out of a game like this where you talked about yesterday reshaping and
Yeah.
everybody, the three of them, Mohammed, Karras, and Andrew, obviously, all had an opportunity to kind of play and start to feel where they're going to be at.
You know, this is part of, in the scheduling, you know, probably everybody wants us to play, probably Xavier, the outsiders, Xavier, SMU, North Carolina State every night. And you just need this, and most teams do what we're doing. You're gonna find some teams where, it might be New Jersey Tech, they could get you, but there are some games where we can just get guys out there and give them minutes when the lights are really on. So that was huge today, to get Dockage in there and let him play. Keep playing Mo, you know, get him minutes. But Mohammed's a key one right now with this loss of Spike. That he's got to pass the ball a little bit better. He's got to shoot the ball in when he's open and play, and then become the lead defender. And he did a good job today.
Swing over to Simon.
With Dockage, he was talking about I guess, a change in his confidence out there. Is that something you've seen where he's grown? I mean, played some pretty high
I think we threw him into some tough situations last year. You know, I think when Derek went out, our next home game was at Michigan State. And there he is up in the Breslin, and everybody's on him. He's trying to run. And, you know, there's some tremendous guards that have gone up there and not had very good games. And so we threw him in that, and that probably had some effect later on. Hopefully we'll get him enough reps now that when he's in some of these arenas that we're going to see, it's not hitting him in the face like it did last year, where all out of nowhere he's in the lineup.
Swing over to Brendan.
What did you see from, I guess, Karras these last couple of days with coming off that performance against SMU and finding out now he's the only coach, the only captain left?
Yeah.
What have you seen him
The only
handle all
senior
this?
No, he was very almost apologetic for his performance. And I said, there's no, you know, there's nothing. People are going to have bad games, and those things are going to happen, right? Let's just get right back on the horse and go. So he's really. I've never seen a young man, right? Very few young men I've seen that have this idea that there's a process that I'm going through that I'm going to embrace it, good and bad. I mean, it's really almost, it's a religion to him that he does not, you know, overreact to good or overreact to bad. He's just always trying to just be the best he can be.